Hi, welcome to this uh, optoelectronic devices course. Now already we have seen that a part A of this model 4 here. Now we continue in model 4 part A. It consists of a optical power connector or a power launching in a fiber, and part B consists of a receiver operation, means how much is the level of a signal received at the receiver there. That portion that we need to be learned. So before that, we need to know about what are the constraints in the optical receiver there. Here we learn that receiver operation, how you receive the signal in terms of it, that data transmitting, labels and all. We require a preamplifier there. What are the types of preamplifier and what are the sensitive issues there, and within a particular period of a time that receiver is able to detect that zeros and one for the probable reception of the signal there. So that's why we need to learn about the probability error, and we learn a eye diagrams there. Now this one we are having a blocks of we need to learn about in this part B. So we start with the what is the digital transmission system in case of a optical fiber. Generally optical fiber we say that it is a we can have a receiver, and that receiver consists of what? A transmitter, whether it can be LED or source there, and we are having a detector, and that detector is it can be a pin diode or avalanche diode. It detects the optical level of the signal, and based on the detection of the signal, so we can identify that what data is to be transmitted there. So that circuit, if you see that digital transmission system in optical fiber, it is too complicated there. Generally see that here, this one is the signal path, how your signal is propagating through the optical fiber. This diagram indicates that a path here. So here we are having that input signal. We can say that electric input pulses, and it is transmitting. So in the case of a receiver, transmitter, so we are using a technique for sending the binary data in terms of what? Amplitude shift keying or on-off keying. So you can have a data of binary pulses there, and that binary pulses is having a time slot of a short duration there, or that is nothing but we can say a TP period here. And this 0 and 1, these are the two binary label that is for your data is to be transmitted there. Then this one is about we can have a information, we can have a signal. So you can say that electric input pulses, we are having some label for 1 and 0, and then that given to your LED. So according to that, the LED or a laser, that is nothing but a transmitter portion of your digital transmission system, and then a source couple the power, okay, that optical power inside a fiber here. So this one is about your signal data in a 0-1 format, and then output of that source LED or a laser, we are getting the optical power pulses, and then that power pulses is launched inside the fiber, optical fiber. But fiber itself, it has having some attenuation there, and attenuation, or you can say that it dispersions and all. So your signal get attenuated and distorted optical power pulses here. So because we are having that optical power pulses inside the fiber, we transmit the signal, but it is attenuated and some sort of a distortion occurs. You can say the dispersions and all. And here it is receiving at the receiver there. That receiver consists of what? At the end of the fiber, we are connecting a detector. That detector consists of a pin diode or avalanche photodiode. Now, the pulses received by the detector that having attenuated pulses. So that's why we need to know about what will be the sensitivity of those devices. And so the sensitivity is saying that detecting that 1 and 0 by this particular detector diode, or respond to the given particular pulses. So it produces a electric current pulses, because we are having that optical pulses falls on this, it produces electric current pulses, and it has having some noise, and then that noise is removed using a filter. So we can have a front end amplifier here, we can use at a detector, and then that it is having a filters and all. So now that electric current pulses, we can have that information regarding that electric input pulses 1 and 0. Then conversion takes place in terms of voltage pulses, and we can reduce the noise here. So then we are getting a voltage level here, pulses level here. It is having some particular voltage, and then we can apply a digital decision circuit for the given pulses to recognize that what will be your 1 and 0. So as per the level, we define that particular threshold level. Above that we are having 1, below that we are having 0. So we can have input signal, that is electric input pulses, and we can receive the same signal pulses here. So we should know that what will be the threshold level. So that's why a decision circuit define what will be the level here. If there is more attenuation, so then decision circuit is difficult to identify that 1 and 0, so signal loss. So that's why we need to consider the fiber. It is having low attenuation. We need to see that whatever the sources we are going to use, it couples power, all the power to the optical fiber, means power coupling takes place here. And at here we are having a connector at the receiver, because we are having connector at the receiver. Otherwise what will happen, any external signal detected by this detector. So we need a connector here. So this one is about a digital transmission system, how your pulses is transmitting through this particular case here. This is about a signal path. We are having the electric input pulses, and we are receiving the signal process here. Now consider that that bit information. Okay, we can say that a light source here we are having, it is having a LED or a laser there, and it produces that particular optical power. Okay, optical power pulses, that is based on the what will be the electric input pulses we are having that level. So we are getting that optical output here based on the whatever the electric pulses input we are having. We can have what will be the input we have, and as per the input that it produces the output. So then LED or a laser, we say it has a representation of 1 and 0. So electric input pulses, and it represents output of optical power representing that 1 and 0 here. So now we can say that 1 means what? Here in the optical power pulses, 1 means there is a light, 0 means there is no light, that is absence of a light at the time of a 0 there. So optical power pulses, whenever we are having the 1, there is the output from this particular LED there. And then there is same, we are receiving that using a pin diode or a photodiode. And then this particular photodiode produces the electric current pulses, and that will be used here. Here we can apply a front end receiver, this one we are having, and then that particular front end receiver we are having, we need to see that what are the noise present in this particular front end receiver. So after that, this one we are having a low pass filter here, and that filter is applied here, and that is to identify that what will be the noise present and remove those particular noise for the given filter. And then this particular filter defines what will be the receiver bandwidth. So we can have if that signal beyond that particular limit, okay, so we can have remove that. So that's why we can say that we can remove the noise there. Then this one is about this one is nothing but decision circuit, and the decision circuit is considered to identify that what will be the signal. Decision circuit, it is just consists of what? A sample signal circuit or sampling signal level, and it defines that what will be the voltage level here, and above that particular voltage level we can say that it is 1, or below that it will be a 0 here. So this is about your decision circuit is to be used. And so we say that here is a filter is used, and that filter is used to minimize the effects of what inter-symbol interference. Otherwise what will happen, 1 and 0 will overlap. So that's why we can have a filter to be used to minimize the inter-symbol interference. And this particular filter reshape the pulses here. So you can say that a pulse equalization, or we can have whatever the pulse spreading occurs inside the particular system. Okay, so that can be removed by this particular amplifier filter. In some cases, we can have a optical preamplifier. We can have, because here optical pulses are transmitting. Here we are having the fiber. We have a fiber here. It produces attenuated pulses. Sometimes supposed to be this pulses level is low. So here we use a amplifier. So that's why we can say that a optical preamplifier is here to be used here. Okay, to boost the optical signal level. Sometimes after that detector we are using amplifier, or sometimes before that we are using the optical amplifier. So that's why we can say that there is a preamplifier that boost, that is preamplifier. It is present before the detector, or a amplifier present after the detector. So anyway we need to detect a signal level. So here in this case, detect the signal level before providing to the optical detector, and here we are detecting the signal level that is after that. Now due to this particular mechanism, if we are using detecting the signal, the signal noise ratio degradation occur because of that thermal noise can be minimized or suppressed if we are using a preamplifier here. So that's why we can have a optical preamplifier is used, and that is for the larger gain and for the or if we can have a larger bandwidth there, or we can say that about the broader bandwidth. Now this one is about a figure consists of a optical receiver section. Here we are having the photo detector signal level. Here we are having, here we can consider that we have a signal path, here detector, here we have amplifier, and here this one is about detector and a front end amplifier. And after that we can say that is equalization circuit, sampling circuit to detecting one, decision to making for whatever the level there, and we can use the both in this receiver operation. This one is about we have a digital transmission system, and next lecture we can consider or continue with what will be the error sources present in the digital transmission system. Thank you all.